Are eighth note rhythms feeling impossible to count? No sweat. I've helped beginner piano players just like you master eighth note rhythms using one simple approach that makes everything click. And by the end of this video, you'll play eighth notes with confidence, understand exactly how long to hold each note, and know a cool music theory trick that'll help you count any rhythm pattern. Eighth notes are often seen in groups of 2 at the beginner level, and we count them as TT. So let me show you something I see quite often from beginner piano players. Here's what happens when you play all the notes the same length. Notice how flat it sounds? Now listen to the same section played with the correct note lengths. Do you hear that difference? Each note value plays a big role in the piece. Change how long you hold a note, you change the song, and sometimes to something completely unrecognizable. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Rosemarie. I've been teaching for over 20 years and composing imaginative piano music for nearly as long here at Must Love Music. This month, we've been looking at different time signatures, rhythms, and ways music is created. And today, we're in 2/4 time, which means 2 beats per measure. So let's start with 4 eighth notes. You're going to clap with me, T, 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 T. Okay, let's play that on the piano. I'm going to, with my left hand, start on F, T, 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 T. So stepping up, skip. Go ahead, pause the video, try it out. All right, let's mix it up. Clap this rhythm, T, T, ta. Now notice how that quarter note, that ta, is held twice as long as each eighth note. Let's play it. And we're going to start on C this time. C, A, C, or T, T, ta. Go ahead, pause, give it a try, and then come on back. So here's a cool music theory moment. Music note lengths double or half when they're written in order. So let me show you what these look like. So for example, remember how I said our eighth notes are typically in groups of 2. If you have 2 of them, it's 1 beat. If you have 1 of them, it's only half a beat. If you have a quarter note, we've been calling it a ta, that's 1 beat. A half note is 2 beats, and a whole note is 4 beats. So notice we're doubling, right? If you have just 1 eighth note, it's half, 1, 2, and 4. And that's in 2/4, 3/4, or 4/4. Really any time signature that ends with a 4 at the bottom. And this is what they each sound like. And I am not going to attempt to hold this in point while playing. An eighth note, ta, quarter note. Then we've got half note, 2, and a whole note. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is just one technique I use to help my students build real musical skills. In my online studio, we take this further. We're applying eighth note patterns to pieces you're working on. We're using different rhythm combinations to create your own music. You'll learn in a flexible, supportive environment designed for all learning styles, and you're creating your own music from day one. Visit the link below or scan the QR code right here to set up your free meet and greet. So now for the fun part. Watch as I transform this piece by changing some of those quarter notes into eighth notes. I'm going to play it as is first. Now I'll add some repeated notes or neighbor notes, so notes that are beside, to create a little bit more eighth note rhythms. P.S. If you liked Out for a Stroll, that was the musical example I gave, the link is in the description. So here's a simple practice tip that you can try. Repeat a note in your music to create your own eighth note rhythms. Just remember to say TT so you keep that tempo's pulse the same. By the way, which rhythm pattern did you enjoy most in today's video? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this helpful, be sure to give it a like and subscribe. So you've just added eighth notes to your rhythm toolkit. Combined with last week's quarter note work, you now have the foundational rhythms that appear in most beginner piano music. And if you want to explore this concept even further in a supportive environment, remember that meet and greet at mustlovemusic.ca. Thanks and happy playing.